God damn. Why?
No, you did a bad thing.
Answer
you
right,
did a bad
man.
Thing.
Think harder.
Think harder. Please.
Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. With no stomach.
I really like old French woman. Old French woman is.
I will bust out old French woman.
At my old job, there was an old French woman, and I loved talking with her. She was just a goddamn ray of sunshine.
You're like, okay, man, if I get a time machine, I'm going back.
Oh my gosh. It's just, you know when you really genuinely enjoy talking to somebody? She was one of those people.
Yeah, no. That's what love is.
Folks, oh my goodness. Good morning. Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And foggy. It's actually pretty foggy out. I went on a walk
foggy
this morning. Very foggy.
Yeah. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. I don't care about fog.
I actually really kind of like it.
It's okay
in the morning,
but I think it's overrated. People treat fog like it's a darling.
Fog?
I think they do.
Oh, really?
I think they do. Yeah.
Oh,
folks, comment below.
I thought I was the odd man out here. No. I thought I was being cool.
No.
I fucking hate fog.
Yeah, bro. This is the Brew with Brotherwife.
Did you say bro?
I did.
Bro, this is the Brew. I actually kind of love that.
Bro, this is the Brew with Brotherwife. This is Tyler. My name's Jeff. We a band is also a game show.
Happens to be a podcast.
We try to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our juice into your mouth.
I really
He's
like that. He's
kind of hard right now.
I really like that voice. God damn.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's almost like you know the chum bucket, the plankton.
Of course.
Yeah,
Do I know the
it's
chum
almost
bucket?
like the French version of
Do
her,
I know?
Of his robot wife.
Oh, he really should have made her French.
Hello, plankton. How are you this morning? I would love to take care of you today, my sweet little algae.
You know, like there's something there that's reminiscent of that.
Absolutely. So how was your week, bro?
My week?
Yeah.
My week was good. There's some times that I do a form of therapy that is not doctor prescribed. That is extremely helpful.
You take a trip to Kmart.
I go and you remember when they used to have the food kiosk in Kmart?
Did like the Pizza Hut?
No. They had like a
Target,
whole last. John, do you remember this? There was like a thing where they had like special kind of foods there. They had like corn dogs. They had like pretzels.
Kmart?
Yeah, they had like pretzels in the Kmart in Bremerton.
I don't remember this. Folks, comment below if you remember the Kmart.
Yeah.
I never really went there.
Shit.
Yeah, no one.
Okay.
Taking
a trip to Kmart for a pretzel. When I got a pretzel at the Kmart when I was 5 years old, that was the best thing that could ever happen to me. A slushie, you get an icy slushie and you get a pretzel.
Dude, pretzel is one of those childhood and not the fucking bullshit bag pretzels. A real Auntie Annie's or something of the like. You're at a carnival, at a demo derby, maybe something like that. You have that big old morsel of salt in your mouth with some cheese.
Yeah, you're like, this is what's salted. That's how you learn what salt actually is.
You need an actual chunk of salt to really register what salted means.
You're like, salt is salty. Salt is salty.
Yeah, I don't like it. No,
salt is a rock, baby.
Salt
is a rock.
If you're ever trying to elevate your game, just get a and I was gonna say get some fancy salt, or get a roommate that always gets fancy salt.
Now, did you say that on the off chance that Andrew watches this?
No, I didn't.
No,
but
okay,
I was just trying to keep it real with the folks.
Okay,
funny first. That's what I try to do.
I'm just like, you're about to say it, and you're like, oh shit, Andrew's gonna gut me if I don't say that it's his.
No,
salt.
listen. Condiments, salts, these are free games.
Okay.
You know,
if you're not grinding your salt and grinding your pepper, use a bitch.
Oh, it is a problem.
It's a real problem in America today.
Take the little bit of modicum of respect for yourself and get a good grinder, because I don't want you to, battle it out with a grinder that's fucked.
A plastic grinder? No.
You know grinders that don't yield?
Yes.
That's my fucking problem right now. I hate a grinder that does not yield.
I want you to write a PhD synopsis called Grinders That Do Not Yield.
Yeah. And then there's two for me. The pepper, there's three. The pepper, the salt, and then the app. What's up?
What's
up?
Grinders that don't yield. The app.
Yeah. You know what I'm. Grinder.
Yeah. I do know the gay. I do know the gay grinder app. I mean, is it also just a normal Can you try?
What if you went on there looking for straight things only, or looking for friends?
Yeah.
Or what would it be?
Let's go onto Grindr and try and get a straight date.
A straight date? You have to date both of us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any fellas out there trying to date? Brotherwife?
Wait, but it's supposed to be straight. We're going on Grindr.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Okay,
Is
so
Grindr only
I'm
for
one
men?
tracked. I'm too fixed.
Yeah.
I'm too fixed.
He wants it, ladies and gentlemen. He wants
You. I mean,
it.
come
Grinders
on.
that do yield. This is a
Grinders
grinder
that, yeah.
does yield.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
No, but it's really the pepper too. Like, and the reason that the pepper's so important, like salt, absolutely. Like, get some pink Himalayan salt. And I'll be frank, and I'll just say, I mean, the salt that I need. If Johnny's salt was mined from a mine, I would grind that up. Johnny's salt is my favorite salt. That smoked paprika.
That is an indicator of your class. Liking Johnny's salt to that degree, we're gonna make a statement like that. There's nobody respectable. There's nobody of cachet societally that likes Johnny's salt, or that's willing to admit it in that grandiose of a statement.
Sure. But I'm not trying to appear classy. But I mean, you know what I put it on? I put it on.
You should have a little bit. You should have a little bit of what's a decorum though.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a label maker, and I'm gonna make a label that's like Gerard's rare earth and mineral salt.
There it is.
Gerard's rare earth and mineral salt. And then I'm gonna fucking put Johnny's salt on everything. I'm gonna become a master chef.
Sure,
and at the
okay.
end, when I'm about to die on my deathbed, I'm gonna say, it was always Johnny's. It was always Johnny's. Makes everything
You like
better.
it too?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my. Okay, here's one thing. Did you ever put Johnny's on your popcorn? Don't tell me yes.
I have not.
Okay, thank you.
I have not.
There were some. Okay, I went to a kid's house when I was young. Actually, right down the way. His name was Cody. He lived right off of Island Lake.
What was his last name?
I can't remember.
Say Chaucy, I'll shit myself.
It was not Cody Chaucy.
Okay.
This was a kid. He wore sweatpants. He smelled like poop sometimes. I don't know why I hung out with him.
Oh,
you never knew him.
I know.
You never knew him.
No, I know.
But you know this type.
I know.
Okay.
People that smell like poop sometimes.
That wear sweatpants?
Yeah, people that wear like poop sometimes, and that is a really.
It's a problem.
That is something that makes you think about where you're at and where you're going in life.
Yeah. Well,
like you are like there are very minimal requirements for being a functional member in human society.
Managing and maintaining
like
your
poop
sense.
The thing is,
your physical presence of poop on your being.
if you put your nose inside of somebody's asshole, you expect it to smell like poop.
Absolutely.
If you put your nose,
Let's say
even within a 4-inch sphere of somebody's butthole,
you're in a danger zone.
You're in a danger zone.
You're in a danger. If
When
it's
you
been a
get
hot day,
6 inches and out,
and you can smell a little bit of a waft of
it
something.
shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there.
It's a problem.
You need to, and it's. I think it's just underwiping.
But
and
really
I
quick,
understand with kids.
I went to Cody's house. His family ate peas with their hands, like they were goddamn Ethiopian. They were eating like chicken strips.
That was bad.
It was bad. Also, we played PS2, which was nice, but it just was. It was a house that did not feel like a home. Very trashy feel. I remember in the middle of the night, actually made them call my mom so I could go home. And I remember he tried to get me to like popcorn with Johnny Salt, and I felt like you were raping my mouth.
It's so.
I was like,
funny
I have a delicate little palate. Let me enjoy a lightly popped, lightly salted Orville. Why the fuck do you need to rape my mouth right now? And his family let it happen.
They watched and they laughed.
They watched and they
thought it
laughed.
was cute when I cried.
I think I did when I woke up crying, needing to go home.
Was it after?
It was a trauma response.
Was it after a Johnny's?
Yes!
Listening? Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
So
sorry.
you actually have trauma with Johnny.
I do.
Okay. So
I
he's
do.
got he's so far on the other side of the spectrum. He's unrecoverable. He's never gonna join the Johnny school. I'm just thinking to myself about your mom. And then I'm thinking, for you to have that opinion of Cody, it must have been really bad. Your mom literally beat you at a fucking barbecue and then went and shot a handgun into the backyard.
Well, that was like 6 years later.
I know, but like things start somewhere. A fucking mighty oak grows from an acorn, you know, like it doesn't grow from
No,
a
my
banana
mom was
peel.
literally like on pills, wired, playing solitaire at the house. Like I know what she was doing.
Yeah, like I'm surprised. Like, for you to have that is like I want to find Cody and do an interview with him.
Right?
And see how
No.
he's doing.
Okay. So Cody's the one that moved out to Seaback, and my mom stole his Charizard for me. She was like, Cody's worthless. He doesn't deserve a Charizard. Literally. So folks, my mom stole my friend's Charizard for me, and then gaslit me into thinking that I always had a Charizard. And I was
knew.
Well, yeah. You fucking know if you have a Charizard.
Well, when you get it, do you know how much? Was it a first edition?
It wasn't. But, dude, a Charizard's a Charizard. I mean,
Okay.
back in the day.
Back in the day, I had my grandparents, the only thing
You see what this guy fucking does?
The only thing they ever did for me that I truly appreciated. Actually, there were two things. They brought me on a Mormon trip, which I didn't like that it was Mormon, but they bought me a first edition holographic Charizard.
That's fucked. Wait, do you still have it?
Someone stole it. Do you know how much a first edition holographic Charizard is worth right now? It's like $1,200.
No. I would say like 20. Really? Is that $1,200?
John,
can we get some prices? And what's
can we
that
get a
comment
price?
say? What's the comment?
That's a big comment.
We
Read
need
it loud.
We need to be able to monitor the comments, I think.
Oh, cool.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
What's their name?
Shane says good morning.
Oh, good morning,
Good morning,
Shane.
Shane. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Shane. What's their name? The person that's trying to sell us their chatbot.
Leather Yoil 9.
Leather
Leather-
Yoil 9.
Oh, it's leathery oil.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like oily leather. I mean, that's not a bad name.
Jesus
That's not a bad
fucking
name. I'll let you use my bot. How about that?
That's
I'm gonna
nice.
put together a bot for you, leathery oil, and it's not gonna do what I say it's gonna do.
I would love one day for us to take all of our brews, put them into a bot, and then have a virtual Jeff.
Yeah, we're out. We're done.
That would be
Peace.
amazing.
Peace.
That would be great.
Peace. I'm living in the Bahamas with all this money that we're making off of using Leathery Oil's chatbot.
Goddamn leather oil, you shouldn't have done it. You
shouldn't have done
can't
it.
put Pandora back in the box. Folks, one of the things that we do here on the Brew is we read you the news that you want to hear.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one.
I mean, we do what we can here. Folks, our breaking story tonight, 6 teenagers go on trial for their alleged role in the 2020 beheading of a French teacher.
So, if you think about the upright, the French Revolution, this is really fucking fitting. 6 teenagers, 6 proles rising up and beheading the bourgeoisie teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, this
history
is really,
doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme,
it
ladies
does
and gentlemen.
rhyme. I love
Do not
that.
forget that.
That is great.
Paris AP reports 6 teenagers go on trial Monday in Paris for their alleged roles in the beheading of a teacher who showed caricatures of the Prophet of Islam to his class, a killing that led authorities to reaffirm France's cherished rights of expression and secularism. So I did not know he was trying to depict a Muhammad out here.
Well,
This boy straight depicted Muhammad.
No.
Okay.
He was showing a caricature of Muhammad. So he was
That's
showing a
depicting,
joke.
but that's depicting Muhammad.
Yeah, but he was showing like a joke of Muhammad. And I think the reason they beheaded him was because he was showing a joke of Muhammad.
Folks,
Is that not what you were
folks,
saying?
if you didn't know, we are extremely Islamic fundamentalist podcast. That's one of the core tenets. Of Brotherwife. And
tenets.
folks, we don't condone things like this. You can't depict Muhammad in any way, shape, no.
Okay, you were on the same page. We were on the same page.
Well,
then.
no, but you must be missing, or mine must be missing, because
You're missing something. Yeah.
Okay.
That he depicted Muhammad as a joke, and the kids killed him because he depicted Muhammad in a joking way.
I know, but that's the whole thing. You're missing something.
Oh, I'm missing
You can't
something.
depict Muhammad. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the exact. It wasn't joking. There's no Muhammad.
There's no joking about
Yeah.
Muhammad.
Okay.
No Muhammad allowed.
No
I didn't
Muhammad
know if
at all.
you knew
Yeah.
that. I was making sure you knew that.
No, I knew that, but you were like, no, he was making it. Any depiction of Muhammad is a joke.
Okay.
Whether Muhammad's like riding a fucking motorcycle and fucking a bitch, or like if Muhammad is like,
Is that just the rule? If it's a depiction of Muhammad, it's a joke?
you cannot depict
Depict
Muhammad.
No depicting Muhammad. Okay.
Samuel Patty.
Saying, hey,
What's
Who's
that?
to say?
Josh Von Hobble.
Ah, what's up, Josh?
What up, baby?
Shout out.
Samuel Patty, a history and geography teacher who was killed on October 16, 2020, near his school in northwest Paris suburb by an 18-year-old of Chechen origin who had become radicalized. The attacker was in turn shot dead by police. Patty's name was disclosed on social media after a class debate on free expression, during which he showed caricatures published by the satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo, which triggered a newsroom massacre by extremists in January 2015.
Wait.
Okay, so that makes
Holy
sense.
shit, so this is all...
Do you remember?
I remember.
You remember the Hebdo? Yeah.
I remember,
So
yeah.
he was. It's like when people are like trying to like say they can joke about saying the N-word, and then
Yeah.
they say the actual N-word to emphasize that it's just a word, but then they get canceled over that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, they were just, see what Charlie Hebdo was doing, and then even, he's like, he wasn't doing, even showing the example. People are still hot on that.
Well, what I was going to say
still
is,
hot
why
on
didn't
that.
he behead the guy? But the guy got killed. Charlie Hebdo got killed. Super dead.
They massacred.
They literally sieged
They
the whole
they went
newspaper.
into the newsroom and they were like, bam, bam, bam. You get a shot. You get a shot. They were Islam Oprah.
Are people still depicting Muhammad?
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Every day and night.
So they tried. They put
John,
up a
can we
good fight.
get some good? Can we get some our favorite depictions of
Are we
Muhammad?
gonna get beheaded?
Dude, I mean, I think we're fine. I mean, we're showing it as a joke.
Oh man! When you think about how the Buddhists reacted to some of our commentary,
I know
now we're going
yeah,
on.
yeah. Hold off on that for a second, John. Hold.
Because I don't feel like getting beheaded.
I need to think about that.
We
in real
need to
time.
think about this for a second.
Among those going on trial, a teenage girl who was 13 at the time is accused of making false allegations for wrongly saying that Patty had asked Muslim students to raise their hands and leave the classroom before he showed the cartoons. She later told investigators she had lied. She was not in the classroom that day, and Patty did not make such a request, the investigation had shown. I feel like that would have been better. I feel like that
No, that would have been worse.
Was that worse?
I think that's worse. Yeah, to have them leave the room.
Leave the room
to
so
show
that
a
you
joke.
could show.
That's like really.
Yeah, I guess.
I think
mean,
you either don't show it or you don't have them leave.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's our viewer discretion. He's literally giving a viewer but she lied about it, so it doesn't matter. 5 other students of Patty's school, then 14 and 15, are facing charges of criminal conspiracy with the aim of preparing aggravated violence to be committed.
So one guy beheaded him.
Yeah.
Ah, man, and when you just behead, the thing is, when
It's
you
a
think
lot.
about a beheading, you think about a guillotine. That's nice. That's clean.
Yo, God.
These kids did not build a guillotine.
I do not think
These
they were
kids
the. I
used
mean,
an old rusty bike chain. and it
unless
was
they were like science fair beheading, let's work smarter, not
we are
harder.
going to get an A+ on this project, guys. Physical mechanics.
God damn. Well, the real tragedy here is that they are not in the kill years. Folks, we here at Brotherwife, and if you're under the age of 10, do not go out of the room right now. Turn Brotherwife Live off if you're under the age of 10. But if you're over the age of 10, stick around.
I mean, I would say if you're over the age of.
Well, I just was looking at our audience thing, and I think we do have
some viewership.
It's like 1% or something like that. But like that, I was like seeing, like I was like, wait a second,
shit.
and then I was like, oh yeah, I guess you can't really control who watches.
It's kind of a problem.
Yeah, so if you're
kind of a
under the
problem.
age of 10, leave. If you're over the age of 10, stick around.
I think we need to adjust that up. We need to adjust that to like 14 to 16.
If you're under the age of
Depending on
10,
maturity.
you are part of what's called the kill years. You can kill and get away with it. It's not a problem. They've all left by now. Folks,
all left.
if you are over the age of 10, your kill years have passed. You are not. Do not kill. Do not kill.
60 to 70 years before the kill years.
Yes,
come back
kill
up.
years reinitiate when you're in your 80s. Is that right?
Yeah. I
Your
mean,
80s,
sometimes
90s?
if you're getting terminally sick in your
Yeah.
70s, then by all means go for it.
10
I would say
and below, aces. 80 and above, golden.
golden.
Everybody in between, stick it out. Stick it out.
And you do have, it's kind of like with applying for insurance, like there are, what is it called, special enrollments. You get a special enrollment in the kill years anytime you have a terminal disease.
Yeah, and this isn't just from us. This is science.
This is science.
This is science. This
fact.
is data. This is irrefutable data.
is real life.
We're just letting you know we've recognized a trend.
These guys, they were not in the
They
kill
were not in
years.
the kill
made a
years.
big
They were
ouch.
well out of the parameters of the kill years, and this is a tragic story when that happens.
So they were gonna pay this guy only $350 to $400.
Yeah, they are accused of having waited for Patty for several hours until he left the school and having identified him to the killer in exchange for the promises of payments of 300 to 350 euros.
Very well read. That was a tricky one. That was kind of a tricky one. Very well read.
The investigation established that the attacker knew the name of the teacher and the address of his school, but he did not have the means to identify him.
How? How can you not have the means to identify in the year 2020?
The lawyer for one of the defendants, Antoine Ore, said his client is, quote, tormented by remorse and very much afraid of the confrontation with Mr. Patty's family.
They are really working us over in these ads today. These ads are just these ads in here, folks. They really they show you they show you what you'll click. They show you what you'll click. And I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say no more than that.
Ori said the clients have had difficult times. They've changed school, and their friend now sees the trial as an opportunity to turn the page. All 6 teenagers are facing 2.5-year prison sentences. The trial is scheduled to end on December 8th. So we'll keep you updated, folks.
We will keep you updated. So wait. Did I miss? Is the guy that killed him going to jail for a long time?
I'm really not sure. It just was kind of dragging on. I'm just
kind
of like
2.5 years.
Well, let's keep it going. 8 other adults are to be sent to trial later. They include the father of the teenage girl charged with the false allegations. At the time, he had posted videos on social media that called for a mobilization against the teacher. The trial comes 6 weeks after a teacher was fatally stabbed and 3 other people injured in a school attack by a former student suspected of Islamic radicalization. The killing in context of global tensions over the Israel-Hamas war led French authorities to deploy 7,000 additional soldiers across the country to bolster security and vigilance. I don't even really know what's happening here. All I know is that people are pissed about Muhammad being
depicted.
Depicting
Muhammad.
And a lot of those soldiers that they're sending are probably going to depict Muhammad. So that's where you get into a negative feedback loop.
Negative feedback loop. We're in a vicious spiral here, folks.
Top
it's always
comment.
Crazy to realize, and it's really funny realizing it when we're doing something like this show. It's always crazy to realize that like things get fucking super real sometimes.
Yeah, wait. So they only have a 2.5-year sentence?
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I'm gonna be super real.
And he got beheaded?
That is fucking ridiculous.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, he did depict Muhammad.
He did depict Muhammad. They're taking that into consideration. No, 2.5
They must be.
2.5 years.
God damn.
That's ridiculous. Especially the kid that did it. The kid that did it was 18.
Yeah, sometimes when you're reading the news or reading out loud, do you ever like read out loud but you can't absorb and... So I try to look at the camera too.
Yeah.
I try to read, look at the camera, and absorb.
Yeah.
It's not
and
easy,
he's
folks.
got a vibrating anal beads in
And
him.
I've got...
And that really adds a certain... If you ever see him just pause for a second...
But it's the only way I can
I'm
actually
turning up
come. That's right, folks. Every time you see me, I am, what is it? No hands ejaculating?
No, hands-free orgasm.
Hands-free HFOing?
He's HFOing.
Will you give the folks a little
HFOing.
peek into the
So,
purviews
folks,
of
there
HFO?
is a tantric practice, and I'm sure there's a really neat word for it in some other language, but
Sure.
in English it's called
HFO.
hands-free orgasming. HFO, it's mystical, kind of like UFO, except it's HFO, unidentified flying object, hands-free orgasm. Basically the same thing, but a little bit different. HFOs you can achieve by tantric meditation. And some muscular management of the prostate region.
You got to be able to
You gotta flex
persevere.
that muscular floor. And
I'm flexing
it's
right
a
now.
pretty.
You flexing it? No, flex it. Literally flex it.
I'm flexing it
I'm
right
flexing
now.
it too.
Wait,
flex it and look at them.
Gentlemen at home, go ahead and try and flex the muscle in your butt.
Give it a go. Not
Give it
the
a
butt. It's not the butt. It's in between
It's in
the butt
between
and the
butt
balls.
weenie.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
butt and the weenie. Flex that muscle, and you'll feel a little
Dude,
something.
sometimes if you're going hard, you can almost pass out.
You can.
Yeah. It's good to have a pelvic floor though that's strong.
It is
That's
good to
like
have a strong pelvic
that's
floor.
literally a scientific fact.
Whether you can HFO or not, it's good
pelvic
to have a
floor
strong
is
pelvic
good.
floor.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna literally lose nothing here. You can only win.
That part, I mean, even women too. That part is ubiquitous. That's a universal tip for you,
Absolutely.
folks.
Isn't
at
it
home.
interesting though that women
still
don't
doing
have
it.
a prostate? Yeah. This guy's hooked. This guy's hooked on.
I really was though.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's addicting. It's addicting. This could become a problem. You know what? Don't try it. Don't start down this path.
You don't want none
start
of this
down
shit.
This path. Dewey Cox. Oh my God. Yeah, 2.5 years is nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough.
Yeah, but you were talking about the hands-free orgasm.
I was.
You can't go jump.
Yeah, I'm going back in. I'm going back into the beheading. 2.5 years for an 18-year-old that fucking beheads
my
someone
God, yeah.
over being radicalized religiously.
Right.
I mean, to
Yeah.
me, did they not call that a terror act? That's a fucking act of terror.
Okay, it's so funny because you're always like so like worried about like beating around the bush and like not getting canceled, and you're just like out here like spewing 2023
I don't give a
hate
fuck.
speech.
No, this is not fucking hate
No, I know,
speech
I'm
at
joking.
all.
I'm joking.
This
But
is fucking
no,
ridiculous.
you're not wrong.
This is catering to catering.
I mean,
to
listen,
a terrorist group.
I don't know all the facts, right? Because I just told you guys I didn't
There's some
absorb it. But that's pretty fucked. Like,
Basic facts.
You should literally be getting at least a decky.
A decky
At
or
least
two.
a decky.
A decky or two.
That I could be because
I can see slapping the kids that didn't behead the guy with 2.5 to 5 years. I can see that.
Okay, so there was a person that actually beheaded. I'm sorry. Most of the news I can follow. This one was really fucking me up. I barely know what happened.
So one guy beheaded him. 5 students were involved in like orchestrating the beheading.
yeah.
The kids that orchestrated the beheading, I would say they should get 5 at least.
The one girl that lied, that's okay. You can lie as a kid.
Yeah,
That's,
I think you
you're
get
a
like,
fucking child.
You get like a probation or something.
The dad that
dad?
was. Yeah, he should definitely.
No, I
be
don't
fucked.
know about why should he get fucked. He didn't do anything. He just basically said this teacher needs something done about him.
Okay, that's true. I don't know the content of what he actually was putting out.
Yeah, it sounded like what he did was like he was like, this teacher is.
Yeah, he
depicting
like
Muhammad.
clicked share like 6 times.
Yeah, but he didn't orchestrate the beheading of the teacher or anything.
No, I mean, how many Muslim people?
How many Islamics does it take to behead a teacher?
No, how many Muslim people are in fucking France? Is this like a?
Am I gonna get beheaded now?
You know what? Actually, there is a large law. A law. I've been taking
Losing the power of speech.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Every second that passes, I get more scared that I'm gonna actually get killed now.
Show Muhammad. Just fucking pull him up. Pull him up. Listen, if you're Muslim, get out of the room right now. Get out of the room right now.
You can do it because we're not a teacher.
We're not a teacher. Show Muhammad for literally 4 seconds. That's what he looks like.
So, is this considered depicting Muhammad?
All of that was depicting Muhammad.
That's all depicting
We just went to hell like 16 times over. Folks, comment below if I'm incorrect, but I'm pretty sure.
John, can you look up what depicting Muhammad means?
Depicting Muhammad is depicting Muhammad. Well, I mean, can you spell it out any more clearly? You get beheaded. You get beheaded. Okay? I'm afraid. I'm afraid now. I'm afraid.
I don't want to. I think getting beheaded is like a pretty great way to go. The thing is, though.
Are you serious? Dude, name a scarier way to go than getting your fucking head chopped off. I just wouldn't want to see it if I was getting beheaded.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
They bag you. Well, they probably didn't bag him.
They didn't know.
There's a difference.
Bagging is when you're a professional. Exactly. Yeah. These guys were just like, it's like when a lion roars. They knew what to do, but they didn't know how to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Is that the permissibility of depictions of Muhammad in Islam has been a contentious issue. Oral and written descriptions of Muhammad.
Yeah, you can't even describe this motherfucker. You literally can't.
All traditions of Islam, but there is a disagreement about the visual depictions. The Quran does not explicitly or implicitly forbid images of Muhammad. The Hadith supplemental teachings present an ambiguous picture, but there are a few that have explicitly prohibited Muslims from creating visual depictions of human figures.
Okay.
On all sides that there is no authentic visual tradition of pictures created during Muhammad's lifetime. As to the appearance of Muhammad, although there are early legends of portraits of him.
Okay.
All right.
Whose authenticity is often accepted.
So it's basically like OG Bible versus New Bible. New Testament, Old Testament.
I stick to what I know. Don't depict Muhammad is like a rule I live by.
Why did we do that then?
Because folks, you don't necessarily live by that. I give you what you want if I'm doing my job correctly. If we're doing our job correctly, I'm trying to give the people they want to see. Do you not want to see Muhammad? John, pull up Muhammad one more time.
Don't pull up Muhammad one more time. We're done. I'm pulling the plug on this one. Yellowstone tourist suffers consequences after getting too close to bison. Got what he was asking for, somebody says. There are few more magnificent places in the world than Yellowstone National Park, which boasts 2.2 million acres of land to explore. I had my 5th birthday there, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah. My brother actually was a baby when we were there. He was like one year old, and and he shit in a diaper, as babies do,
As you do.
and our pit bull actually shredded that diaper and had shit smeared all over her face and neck.
It was a shit bowl.
It was a shit bowl. It was a shit bowl. That was really nice. It was a shit bowl. Wow. I can't believe my dad hadn't come up with that.
Yeah,
at this point.
that's right up his alley.
That's right up his alley. But she shredded it and then she rolled in it, and we were staying in a yurt, so there wasn't like a sink to clean. There wasn't a hose. There wasn't a sink. It was pretty fucked up. I was 5 years old, so I just remember being like, I am glad I don't have to deal with this. Don't touch the dog. I don't know what's going on here. When making a visit, it's important to remember you're also entering the home of a number of wild animals, including elk, bears, and wolves. One tourist got up close and personal with a wild bison, and it didn't end well for them. Ooh. This is written by ChatGPT for
Literally.
sure. An image posted on Taurons of Yellowstone.
Tauron's like a moron. Like a tourist of Yellowstone. That's great.
Taurons! That is great.
Yellowstone.
Taurons of Yellowstone Instagram account shows an unfortunate person pinned underneath the head of a clearly unhappy bison.
Can I interject here really quick? So, two things. I was just in Yellowstone, and I really, really wanted to see a single bison. I went to, I was gone for 17 days, 8 states. Not a single bison, folks. There's less bison out there than you think.
There's less bison out there than you
Especially
think. So if you had to pick between
part.
not seeing a bison and seeing a bison up close and personal like that, what would you pick? Probably depends on how bad he got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, like, come away with a semblance of health and dignity, and if it was just,
I don't think you get dignity, but you can maybe get health.
Yeah, if I just had a little graze of a run-in, no pun intended here. If I did just a tiny bit of bison, if he attacked me a little bit, I would be good. But this person seems like they really got the Dickens.
They got the Dickens.
But anyway, when I was there at Old Faithful, there was a video of bisons attacking people. These people would get too close. And not only did I not see a bison, but I didn't see anybody attacking. So this is really scratching an itch that I've had for a while.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, there's a difference between cows and horses, okay?
Yeah. And there's a difference between elk,
horses,
and deer.
And elk. And there's a difference between elk and deer. And there's a big difference between deer and mooses. And there's even still a difference between mooses and bison, okay? And last on the list, woolly mammoths, which are coming back. We're about to clone them. We're really excited to see the first person get mauled to death by a fucking woolly mammoth.
Yeah, Russia, right?
What an idiot! Got what he was asking for up close and personal, one user commented. I just love people, I love people like us that revel in harm.
Other people, it's Schadenfreude.
It's Schadenfreude. Another moron, can't read and won't follow the rules, said another.
They love
I
this.
want to reread these. What an idiot. Got what he was asking for up close and personal, one user commented. Another moron, can't read and won't follow the rules, said another. According to the National Park Service's website, bison are responsible for more animal-related injuries in Yellowstone's park than any other animal. It's recommended to stay at least 75 feet away from the animals at all times, as they can run 3 times faster than humans. So, okay, so do the math here. Jesus. 75 feet is only safe if you're 25 feet away from safety. The math here is 3 times the distance. It's like when you're following cars on the freeway, and for every 10 miles an hour, you give 10 feet.
This needs to have a context.
This needs to have a context rule.
Yeah.
So if you're 100 feet away from safety, bitch, you better stay fucking 400 feet away from, like, I mean, it's a nice, like, kind of catch-all rule, but it's not sufficient. If this particular tourist had indeed read the park's rules and advice as the commenter suggested, they would have known that approaching a bison threatens them. What if they couldn't read? Okay?
Yeah.
What if they couldn't read?
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
What if they were blind?
What if they were blind?
Is there Braille on those signs?
What if they were blind?
I would appreciate Braille and then a little tuft of human flesh being like, this is what will happen if you get too close to the...
Maybe the bison was Islamic and the tourist was depicting Muhammad.
Well, in that case, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
See none.
There is
none. I see none.
There is none. You can also determine a bison's mood by looking at their tails, the National Park Service has said. If you're close enough to tell if a bison is pissed off by its tail movement, you're too close. Okay? You're too fucking close. NPS, National Park Service, has said that if it's hanging down naturally, it's feeling calm, cheery, rosy. But if the tail is standing upwards, okay, and that seems like very obvious and clear.
Sure.
If a bison's tail is straight up vertical, something is going, it's either about to come or it's gonna fucking kill you in 10 seconds.
Well, and I just love that this person probably went to school for like 4 years, and this is what they like synthesize it down to.
This is what they come out with. Tail up, bad. 75 feet. I don't know. John's having a good time over here. You can also determine. Okay, regardless, since bison behavior is unpredictable, keeping a safe distance at all times is essential. We agree. Do not stand your ground. The National Park Service
Literally
recommends.
do not.
Who the fuck stands their ground
Dude,
against
probably
a bison?
somebody with a gun.
I guess probably
Literally,
someone with a
someone
gun.
with a
Have you
gun.
seen the upper bodies on these bitches though?
Oh, they're built like a toothpaste.
They're built like
They're
a
fucked.
toothpaste.
Yeah. No,
As big as your freaking head.
Yeah, absolutely.
literally.
It's fucking crazy. Do not stand your ground, the National
Yeah.
Park Service recommends. To those in a tricky situation, immediately walk or run away from the animal. Spray bear spray as you are moving away if the animal follows you.
Yeah.
These are good. This is good advice. Bison are the largest land mammal. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, see, and here's why you
Here we
don't
go.
fuck with
Here we
bison.
go.
Bison are the largest land mammal in North America, and an adult male can weigh around 2,000 pounds. Folks, that's
One
more
ton.
than cars
Yeah.
weigh. That's more than some cars weigh. Jesus. Since bison have lived in Yellowstone since prehistoric times, it's probably fair that they would want to defend themselves against unwanted attention
Yeah.
in their own home. Hopefully this tourist has learned their lesson.
Wow.
And wasn't hurt after that.
I like how the end was like, and if we couldn't have made it more clear our stance, here you go.
Yeah. Just in summation, don't fuck with bison. This is their land. They've been here longer than you.
They've been here longer than you.
They've been here
Have we
longer
told
than
these
you.
folks about Gorgio?
I don't think we have told them about
So
Gorgio.
one of the things that is, can we lay down a couple of the Brotherwifisms for him?
Sure.
Okay, so first of all, we got Gorgio. He's
been here longer than you.
He's been here longer than you.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing. And then
He's like a Yeti-ish.
he's a Yeti. He's like a
Yeti.
huge,
Sasquatch,
abominable snowman.
Yeti. He's white.
He's white as the fucking snow.
White as the dickens.
Because he literally gets like camouflage in the
Another
snow.
thing about Gorgio, no depictions of Gorgio.
No depiction.
depictions of Gorgio.
I have
If you had to
tried.
pick between
I have
either
tried.
one,
No, remember
depict
I did,
Muhammad
I
before
put,
you depict Gorgio.
That is true. I put Gorgio on our fucking to-do list like back in the day.
Oh, you did?
Remember? Yeah. Maybe that's why.
This is the second Jeff. The first Jeff is dead. He was beheaded. It was
So-
just hands too, squeezing. That's one way. if
One
you're
thing you
Gorgio.
do is you in passing, you can do this while you're feeding your dog. You can do this while you're doing groceries. You can do this in the shower. You just go, Gorgio, 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 Gorgio.
Gorgio.
You can do this while you're on the phone with your friend for
Any reason.
any reason,
For any
really.
reason, really. But
And
then you turn to, like, say you're feeding your dog. You turn to your dog and you grab the dog by the muzzle like this. You grab the dog and you say, "Stop the fuck up!"
Right. Well, and
say,
then you,
Gorgio.
what you do is you take your bottom fangs, you put them into your dog's nose, you draw blood, you start drinking the snot,
And you whisper
from-
into his ear, Gorgio's been here longer than you.
Gorgio's been here longer than you.
And then it's done. Now you're done.
That's the whole joke. Just for not even all that blood, snot, dog stuff. It's literally just he's a huge snowman. He's been here longer than you, and Gorgio.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fun little friend.
It's a fun. That's one of the deeper cuts. Some of the more traditional ones are like
Sure, that a little easier to understand.
Yeah.
Rutabaga is something that we
Rutabaga
use
is a
on a
great
regular
one.
basis.
Yeah.
Rutabaga, if somebody's touching you,
Well, it really terrorized me a little bit. Rutabaga.
ow.
Safe word. It's literally a safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rutabaga will protect you from getting harmed physically. Mentally, you must say, can you get me mentally? Can you torment me mentally?
You know what month it is, right?
Oh, fuck. Okay, wait. So anyway, I'm trying to tell the folks at home.
Okay. This is a dog shot.
Fruity
collar, by the way.
Mentos is the mental safe word. If he's coming at me in a mental way, he's trying to get my goat.
And then there's a special word called Vader.
And that negates anything. So
That negates
if I say
anything.
so usually Rutabaga and Fruity Mentos are tied. You say Rutabaga, Fruity Mentos.
I'm really
And
not-
so somebody can say
Vader.
and negate the Fruity Mentos and
The
Rutabaga.
protections are blasted away.
And
by
then,
the
but they
sands
can
of
only,
time.
and then they can just, they could literally rape you.
Yeah.
They could actually rape you if they
Yeah,
wanted
it's,
to.
It's a really
fucked.
It's heinous. So I've got this dog shot collar here.
Only for 10 seconds though. Only for 10 seconds.
Except in
They
November.
get 10 seconds a month. They get 10
Except in
seconds a month of
November.
vapor.
Hey John, could you check what day it is?
November 27th.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's November 27th.
Which means we're in.
And I've got we're in Vadevember.
Vadevember.
And in
Vadevember.
Vadevember, all the Vader you haven't used for each month,
You get 10 seconds a month.
it rolls up.
Yeah, so
It
you have the
rolls up.
potential to have 120 seconds of Vader. That's 2 whole minutes, folks. That's enough time to create an atrocity. that gets reported on
break
by
3 of his
us.
ribs and dog shot collar him for 120 seconds.
I'm sneezing out of fear.
Yeah, I'm really having trouble like deciding what.
Yeah, but
like,
I have Vader too. So
do.
what is the problem?
Yeah.
So but Vader can
We're in a Vader standoff.
The thing is, Vader can only be initiated by a Fruity Mentos rutabaga. You can't just Vader somebody.
Sure.
That's rude.
There's still rules.
Yeah.
There's still
so
social
I actually
norms.
am in danger because I did just I mean, if you by like a
We're getting
court's
close.
ruling,
We're getting close
it's almost
to it.
dissipated.
Yeah,
it's almost dissipated. But you could kind of.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
having a lot of trouble.
Right.
right
You got the shock collar in your hand.
Because I could.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not going to. I think
Yeah.
I'm not going to. There was a period of time.
My bladder. So I can't pee 2 streams in a row. That's just disrespectful. Shock collars, folks, one of the things that we do here is we smile and dial. We try to offer businesses, the employees, while they're working, we call them, we offer them a 5-star review for 5 questions, a 5-question quiz. 5-star review for a 5-question quiz. If they get it correct, they have the ability to, 1, win a pot of money that's increasing every single time somebody does not pass the quiz, and 2, they have the pride of having a Google review by Brotherwife.
5 stars, mentioning them by name.
Baby, it don't get no better than that.
It don't get no better.
Work with me for a second. So, we're gonna up the ante and put dog shock collars because this is falling a little flat sometimes.
It's falling a little flat.
There's
a lot
not
of time.
Yeah.
But, and the other place we have to solve is the calling. Like we have to. So what we're thinking now
Because
is
a lot of businesses, they don't have time, they're too busy, or they're like,
thinking
we'll put you on hold, they hang up.
sex shops potentially.
Sex shops, head shops, but
Head shops.
the whole thing about it, for me, part of it, is that we're getting somebody to do something bad that's good.
Yeah.
So if somebody that's a shoe salesman is doing it, it's kind of like taking away from their time, but then it's also good. But if someone is working at a smoke shop, I feel like it doesn't matter what they do. They could come to work on mescaline and it would just be the exact same.
But we just are hitting a point in our stride where it's like, do we spend 14 minutes getting someone on the phone?
But that's where the shock collars come in, because if we don't get somebody to play, we get shocked. So forgo, however the fuck, ipso
Yeah,
facto,
I mean,
the audience wins.
I'm cool with getting shocked once every other brew.
But
Getting
we alternate.
Yeah.
We alternate.
We're gonna get shocked a decent amount. We're gonna get shocked 2 to 7 times a brew.
We don't have to do this bit every time.
We don't have to do. We just drop the bit.
Yeah,
We
it's like, this is kind of a stupid
we
bit.
accelerate. We what is it called? Making it more intense. We intensify until we just quit.
Okay, do you want to go first or should I?
Do you want to do a cold conjecture for it?
What do you mean?
Do you want to do a cold conjecture for how something works to see who has to do it?
Sure.
John,
What's a cool conjecture topic? Just name something real quick. Just name something.
strange mechanical object.
Name something.
Yeah, in a car
Or
a
anything.
plane,
Or anything.
Anything. How's something work?
First thing that comes to your mind, name it.
A
Water pump. Okay, well that's pretty easy. Maybe it's not. What kind of water pump? No. Water pumps.
I think we both know this.
Yeah,
one.
we don't.
both know this one too. Well.
Yeah. I'm gonna say patterns of duck mating. I think that ducks probably mate. I think they mate 2 times a year, but I don't think they mate more than that. I think they mate 2 times a year.
Okay, I think ducks mate once a year, and they are they're rape animals.
Yes.
So they do all raping, and I think they bear children in the spring, and raise them, and then the children and parents part ways in that first year.
Okay, you were way more detailed. Most species of duck find a different mate each year. Many waterfowl pair bonds form between the months of December and March on the wintering grounds or during spring migration, which is different from songbirds that find their mate after they arrive on their breeding grounds spring.
That's nice. They go on a road trip together.
Well, that's beautiful.
That is nice.
That's
They go on a
great.
road trip together.
So did I lose?
I mean, I feel like I fucked you up pretty hardcore, but you also, I don't know if you knew the rules of the game. Like, I just was like, I'm gonna
You were like, I'm gonna say everything
say everything
about
I can
ducks.
about ducks.
You're like rape animals, spring. Like,
Here, let's base it on. I'm pretty sure they're rape animals. I'm pretty sure ducks. do a lot of rape.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna pee first. You find the business.
Oh my god, I have to pee too.
Okay, keep the good folks engaged.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go into. Ooh.
Find a good biz.
Find a good biz. Here we go, folks. We're finding a good business. Oh. So this is about ducks. This is about ducks. So how do we find somebody? How do we find somebody that has to do with ducks? Who has to do with ducks? Maybe like a taxidermist. Yeah, taxidermy service. Taxidermy service. Taxidermy service. Taxidermy service. Here we go. Oh! Oh! You guys! Eric's Northwest Taxidermy. Boy, have I got a yarn to spin for you. Okay, we're calling Eric's Northwest Taxidermy Service, and we're calling him until he picks up the fucking phone, and we will leave him a 1-star review. Here's the deal. I found on the road by my house a completely intact, both eyes in the head, no crushed skull, no crushed body, no puncture wounds. I found a whole ass albino squirrel, okay? I found a whole ass albino squirrel. Beautiful. The thing didn't even have rigor mortis when I found him. I didn't kill him. And if I did, I would never tell you, okay? I didn't kill the fucking squirrel, but I found the squirrel in perfect condition on the road, and I got the squirrel, and I looked up what to do. You freeze the fucking
the
squirrel.
albino squirrel?
We're calling taxidermists.
Oh, yes! I think this was on our list. Yes! Oh, that's great.
Eric's Northwest Taxidermy, I freeze the squirrel.
Wait, are you calling the boy?
calling
Oh
the
my
boy.
God, this is the best possible thing that could have happened.
Okay, so, well, here, we gotta check and make sure. Is that buzzing you?
No, don't fuck with me yet.
Okay.
Chimes in saying they do rape, lol, and women have developed fake stuff so they don't get pregnant.
What rapes?
Whoa,
ducks
rape.
do.
Ducks rape. Thank you,
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah,
Dylan.
no,
Yeah,
ducks be raping.
ducks are-
And they have corkscrew dicks.
They do have corkscrew dicks.
Yeah,
Kinda like
imagine
you would
being raped
pigs.
by a wine opener. Literally, ladies. Literally, ladies. Imagine that. That's what it feels like to be a female duck.
That
I
is
bet
not-
you would evolve to have some mechanism to mitigate as well.
And this is the show that
So
people
before-
really want to get shout outs on.
Before
This
before
is the
you
show that
fucking.
people... Are you buzzing? Are you buzzing? I
I'm
think
buzzing.
you gotta turn it.
I'm,
You are
no,
buzzing?
I'm buzzing. I'm
Okay,
buzzing.
he's buzzing.
I'm buzzing. Don't. You're not gonna fuck with me,
I'm
right?
not.
okay.
I'm just buzzing you. And I'm just beeping you.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Vader.
Okay. No, my God!
Cancel Vader.
Jesus.
See, now that's a psychological Vader. Notice I didn't touch him. I didn't do anything. All I used was my words.
And that's 2 seconds of Vader. So,
That's
folks,
2
he
seconds of
has
Vader.
118 seconds
I have
of
a
Vader.
lot of seconds of Vader left. Okay. So,
Oh, it's too tight. It's so tight. How do you make it less tight? Okay, here we go. Okay.
Okay,
finally.
and now you put together. So Jeff is gonna put together. Jeff is gonna put together a thing, and I'm gonna go pee. We need. I literally am gonna get a bottle in here to go pee.
We got to get a fucking.
I
What?
went pee just before we.
We need to get a what is it? A commode. One time, folks, when you do a Craigslist, when you do a roommate ad for Craigslist, you are going to run into some characters, and I thought that somebody was safe. Even first impressions are not good. You're not perfect, right? Tom Brady lost 3 Super Bowls, right? You think you're going to get it 100% on the mark for every single person you interview for a roommate in your room with 2 other old people? It was a weird house that I was living in Ballard, and there was a guy. I won't get too much into it, but he did end up naked without his car, left his car on the side of the road, throwing rocks at other cars, started walking back bare feet, cut all over, but it started out so good. But my first sign, and I've said this before, was when he replaced the door for his room. He replaced it with an American flag, but the stars and stripes were pot leaves. And I instantly knew when you take, it was black and white. So when you take a door and you replace it with a black and white American flag where the stars are pot leaves, that's where I know that was the beginning of the end for me. So take that little piece of advice and just, heed a warning. Okay. Turns out it's really hard to make a quiz and keep an audience at the exact same time.
That makes a lot of sense. So I find this squirrel. I put it in the freezer. I reach out to a bunch of taxidermists. There's a taxidermist. Wow. There's a taxidermist that lives like a mile and a half away from me. I'm so excited. Eric's Northwest Taxidermy.
You talked to this guy for a long time.
I talked to this guy 3 times. We schedule a delivery. I deliver. I hand off. It's like a weird drug handoff. I meet him in a gas station.
Can I say really quick? Tyler, I've known Tyler for longer than I haven't, right? Things excite Tyler. This guy gets excited about things. This guy thinks new paradigm, things have shifted. I have never heard him more gleeful in his voice than an albino squirrel. I didn't even really get it. He was kind of like acting like I would get it. Like all he had to do was say albino squirrel, and I'd be like, I'm on my way.
I literally, literally it's like the same thing when you're gonna get married and you call your friends and family.
No, that was literally the vibe.
I called like 9 people to tell them that I had found it.
I was like really, really perplexed at how much this meant to you.
I was so excited. I was so excited.
Okay, I wanted the folks to know this.
I found out. Thank you. That's an important part of the story.
Yes, it really is.
So I talked to this guy 3 times to make sure he's going to take care of my albino taxidermy, my albino squirrel. It hasn't yet been taxidermy. And I meet him in a parking lot, and I give him a $100 down payment, and I give him the squirrel. Okay, biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, this man ghosted me.
Well, you paid him and gave him the squirrel.
I paid him and gave him the squirrel. And folks, it's not about money, but I'm sure that albino squirrel is actually worth some money. I don't know how much. Can you put a price on something that's priceless? I don't think you can. So I hand off the squirrel and I think, okay, this is gonna take a couple weeks. That's fine. So I call him after 3 weeks. He doesn't pick up the phone. So I go, okay. I call him again a week later. He doesn't pick up the phone.
Yeah,
Eric goes dark.
He goes dark. He basically is ghosting you.
Eric goes dark, and now it's been 3 months, and I've reached out probably 7 times. So what I do is I find an auto message scheduler, which I actually use a lot for my business now.
Wait,
I find an auto message.
I didn't hear about this part. No, I didn't hear about this part.
So one thing you can do is ignore people, but how many times can you ignore someone?
Oh my god!
This is how important the albino squirrel is.
Oh my! Wait, I did not know about this.
I get an auto message scheduler, and I schedule it to send him 6 text messages a day.
Are you serious?
And I send him 6 text messages a day.
How did you not tell me about this?
And I slowly degrade the messages from Eric, I need you to call me. This is serious. I want my albino squirrel back to you are a complete piece of shit.
No!
You owe me money. I will call the police. So I send him probably literally like 840 text messages over 4 months. And he finally responds and says, okay, I'll give you the squirrel back. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
Oh my god.
So if you guys ever run into a situation where somebody is trying to dodge you,
get an auto text
scheduler and blast the fucker.
Wait, but did you get it?
I have not received the squirrel back.
Did you set up a date and a time?
He said I have to get it from my place. I'm gonna call you back. I've called him probably 10 times since then. This was probably 3 months ago, so it's time to start up the text scheduler.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, you're gonna rev that baby back up.
So I'm gonna go turn on the text scheduler again, guys. But
okay, so
we're actually gonna maybe hash this out right now with Eric because that's who we're fucking calling.
I would love nothing more, and I've got a taxidermy one. I've got one ready right now.
Here we go. Calling Eric of Northwest Taxidermy. If you ever want somebody to kill someone you love, hand it off to Eric. Kill something you love. We should have called from a different number.
That's what I was thinking.
6 0 2.
That's literally what I was thinking.
8 6
You're
7
just
3 is not available.
That's his phone number.
It's a public business.
I cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Because of all the fucking other people that have been calling and leaving messages about their rare exotic taxidermied animals that never came. Erics are bad people. Erics are bad. No, I'm kidding.
Erics are bad people. Okay, so I'm saying Eric.
Okay, yeah. Here, do a voice text. Do a voice text so that people can hear what you're saying. Or, I meant a voice to text.
Eric, I need my squirrel back.
He's doing a voice message.
I need my fucking squirrel back, man.
Literally.
You need to call me and give me my squirrel back. I'd also love to have you participate in a quiz and trivia competition that we're having on the Brew with Brotherwife, a live stream that I'm a part of. But more importantly than that, please give me
if you have
my albino squirrel back.
If you have a heart. Any sense of
I gave you $100.
I don't understand how this is even remotely okay. Like, this is so far from okay, Eric, and you know it, and I know it. Now the audience knows it. Like, the Google reviews is finally catching up to you. You got a 2.3.
Message.
Give me my
2.3?
squirrel
How
back.
many squirrels have you absconded, Eric? That's what I want to know.
360-621-9721. Please, just give me my squirrel back. All you have to do, I'll drive to you. I don't give a shit. I'll pay you another $100 for the squirrel. Just give me the squirrel back. It's just a frozen squirrel. You can just hand it off. I'll pay for your gas. I'll buy you a cigar. I'll give you a joint. I'll give you. I'll give you a hand. I'm not going to give you a hand job. But I do really want my squirrel back.
But he knows people that will.
I know people that will.
If that's the thing that moves the needle here, like, let's have a discussion.
So, you know how to get in touch. Just give me a call about the fucking squirrel, man. I want the albino squirrel, but I'm never gonna find another albino squirrel. I was so excited. I called my parents to tell them I had found an albino squirrel. Okay, that's where it went for me. That's what this means to me. Please call me back.
All right.
Okay.
Show them.
There's a minute and 40 voice message there at the bottom, and here I'm gonna press the go button with you guys on here, and I'll keep you up to date on what he responds.
That's huge. God, that's huge.
There, it's sent.
See, that's how you circumnavigate a full inbox, folks. It's all about perseverance and it's all about innovation.
And today I'm gonna go restart that text scheduler.
God damn it, that's beautiful. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I did not know that you did that.
You gotta get her done. You gotta get her done.
God damn. That's such a good point though, because it really is just about, like, eventually you can't ignore. It's dry. It's like the telltale heart.
It's been like 2 or 3 years now. It's been a long time.
I mean, I guess you could block a number. So that's kind of his stupidity.
That's kind of his stupidity, but you can get a new number.
But how would you know if the messages weren't retrieved? If it's like blocked, it's not going to be like, oh, they blocked your number. Mm-hmm. You'll just have a text that went out.
This is going to hurt my case with the squirrel.
You think you're regretting that?
I'm regretting.
How is it hurting your case? What do you mean? Okay, this is actually a moment of grief for TT. Folks, get real close to your phone screens right now because he's having. Oh my God! Wait.
It's okay. It's okay.
Why is that going to be bad? It's going to be okay.
It's just. I should have sent him a more serious thing. I should have said, "I found your home. I know who your children are. I know your mom is sick.
I've been studying judo.
Your mom
I'm not going to bring any weapons, but I am going to bring my will.
I should have just spent like $400 on a PI and just like listed out everything about him and then threatened like a family member or something.
Yeah, no, that would have definitely been the smarter move, but you did what you could in the moment, and we do what we can.
We do what we can.
We do what we can.
It's going to be okay. Hey, we're back to Sonics.
That's what I was thinking. San Antonio Sonic worker, but what's the difference? San Antonio Sonic worker said he'd kill anyone who reported sex crimes. The employee made the comment in passing, but it still scared the victim.
See, this is one of those ones where I wonder if they were just joking around.
Well, I mean, okay, this is just what happens when you work at Sonic. Like, you're reporting the 11 a.m. lunch rush at Sonic right now. That's what you're doing. I don't really get what there is, but folks, there's not a lot going on in the news right now, so we're kind of scraping the barrel.
This is nice because we did have
we had the other gentleman
a 12-year-old shot and killed, murdered, with an assault rifle.
Absolutely.
A Sonic worker who kind of looked a little bit like Lil Peep, except he just worked at Sonic, so nobody gives a shit that he's dead.
Yeah, he got Lil Pop.
He got a little pop.
A 37-year-old San Antonio man who worked at a local Sonic drive-in was arrested and charged with multiple sex crimes on Monday and allegedly threatening people, according to court records.
Okay. This is different than I thought.
No, this is still 11 a.m. at Sonic.
It's still 11.
An arrest affidavit says the 11-year-old victim told investigators that Humberto de la Cruz. That's what I said.
You said 11.
Really?
You did, yeah.
Holy shit.
John, did he say 11? He said 11.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Vader!
Ah! Jesus.
Cancel.
Jesus.
2 more seconds.
You even faked like you had the...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am going to do it.
The 17-year-old victim told investigators... Because if you're 11, you can't work at Sonic. Or at least you shouldn't be working... You shouldn't be working.
You shouldn't be working at Sonic. You can work at Sonic,
but you shouldn't be working
at Sonic.
the other thing is Humberto. I've talked about Lolita before. Humbert and the famous novel Lolita was also terrorizing underage women. So this is kind of, there's a little Sonic sex abuse Lolita
Wow, that
through
is
line
really
there.
interesting.
It's kind of beautiful. Really, art imitates life.
Art
imitates
imitates
art. He is charged with indecency with a child and indecent exposure, and said he'd kill someone before going back to jail. It makes sense. There's probably some bad hombres in there. De La Cruz worked at a local Sonic with the 17-year-old, according to arrest records that redacted the address. The victim, who is not named, told investigators that De La Cruz would allegedly follow her to the restroom multiple times to assault her. Here's everything we know from the case record, from the court records obtained by MySA.
What is MySA?
I don't even know.
Oh, it's the news site.
Oh, okay.
My San Antonio.
I see.
Sounds like a disease. Mysa.
Mysa, yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh God, he's coming down with
He's
Mysa.
got Mysa, so he probably only has like 3 weeks left with a dick.
3 weeks.
Dexter
with a dick.
County Sheriff Javier Salazar said during a press conference Monday that De La Cruz would try to catch the victim in areas she was alone or most vulnerable. The affidavit says that the victim would go to the restroom at Sonic to smoke her vape, and one day in August, De La Cruz, who went by, quote, Frank at work, walked into the restroom uninvited while she was smoking. I kind of just pick a different example.
Yeah, that's not the right one. Because now,
Leave the vape
as
out
a
of it.
manager, I'm like, well,
I'm like, was
did he go in there to tell her
kind of
to
to get
knock
back
it
to
off?
work?
To get
Because
back to work?
let's hear both sides. So was
least
it,
go outside.
Was this a verbal assault or a sexual assault? You're just saying assault. She shouldn't be vaping. I know that much. So far, it's 1-0. I don't know what's happening. De La Cruz touched the victim despite her trying to leave so she could clock back into work. Okay, so she's vaping in the bathroom on her lunch break. That's a little more admissible.
It is.
That's a little bit more, that's fine. The victim said that De La Cruz told her that, quote, nobody would care if you're late. Not true. I'm in a hurry. So can we keep it fucking going? She told him again that she needed to get back to work and left the restroom. The victim told investigators that she didn't report the first assault because De La Cruz said he, quote, would kill someone before he went back to jail.
Such a fucked up situation to be in. Like, that's
horrible.
Like,
That's
it's
really
one
horrible.
thing, like,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it because, like, I had a thing happen. Luckily, it didn't actually happen all the way, but a guy tried to diddle me. And
He
I
bought
didn't fucking tell anyone.
a weird bottle of wine and tried to diddle
If
Tyler.
anyone
in a weird
tries to get you to drink out of a
DADU on his
circular
property.
bottom bottle of wine, they are a rapist.
Also,
That
if
is
anybody's
fact.
eating the candy Mambas, they have assaulted a child
They
in
have
the past,
assaulted
or will.
That's a stain on my record. I love Mambas.
Really?
I love Mambas.
No, bro.
I don't anymore.
Have
I
a
don't
now and
anymore.
later or eat a
reformed.
Starburst?
I'm reformed.
Okay.
A now and later. Listen, don't get me wrong. I enjoy a now and later.
Sure.
I will eat it, but it is the equivalent of being like, okay, here I've got some sugar for you. Let me wrap it in tinfoil, dip it in concrete, and then like wrap barbed wire on the outside.
That's the challenge of a now and later.
Okay, you obviously don't have.
There's
fucking,
honor.
You obviously
There's honor in eating a now and later.
There's a challenge. No, you don't
It's
have
American.
14 fake caps on your teeth, do you?
Bro, you want to talk about teeth woes? Actually, yeah, I don't even chew gum anymore because I got the partial denture. Folks, I have a partial denture.
You should call it something else.
No, I like calling it
You
that.
like it
I like
calling it
it.
that?
It's called a flipper. It's literally called a flipper.
That is worse than
Yeah.
a partial denture. There's nothing better. There's only worse things. You're like, I tried calling it something else. It didn't work out.
Yeah, absolutely.
A flipper. Fuck. That's
It's
like
literally called a
that. Like
flipper.
almost feels like the equivalent of like slur. Like it's like a slur for a partial denture.
Right, it makes me feel
Goddamn
like
flipper.
Like I don't like
that
comic
goddamn
books
flipper outta
or
here.
anything like that, but I feel like I'm the mutants in the X-Men world.
Yeah. Sure. Except your only special power is you just have fucking seal flippers instead of arms.
Sure, and I can't really pronounce S's rapid fire very well.
Sure. You're an uncomfortable.
The
public
second
speaker.
incident in September is when De La Cruz once again followed her to the restroom, this time locking the door behind him. In this incident, the victim told investigators that he forced himself on the victim and exposed himself. He eventually left the restroom and continued to work. Workers' mentality. I love that. The victim was initially 16 years old when the incident occurred. It's a comedy show. It's a comedy show, folks.
comedy show, folks.
Do you think we like telling you about this? We do. It's something about it's cathartic.
Something
But
happened to us when we were young, and it's
the thing is, they're putting it out there. We're just curating. We're not bringing something to you that's not already in. We didn't rape her in a Sonic. We're not even in Texas.
there is a Sonic's just down the street.
They closed down.
Wait, it
Yes,
closed down?
it closed down.
Okay, the amount of money they must have sunk into that.
Oh
just
my,
to
because it
close
was
down.
only open for like 6 years.
So do you guys here know the story behind it?
No,
No,
what happened?
feed me.
So the guy who owned all of the buildings
Yeah.
wasn't paying any of his rent or anything.
That's savvy.
And he was buying stuff that wasn't Sonic's like product.
Uh-huh.
And he was selling it at the Sonic's here.
Oh wow.
He was just like
He was circumnavigating franchise standards, folks. And that's what you fear
So did
when
he
you
make
are
a
a
bunch
big
of money and
corporation.
dip out?
yeah, all the Sonics were busy all the time, so it's like what the fuck is happening? And then my mom told me about it.
Oh my gosh. I watch a lot of this guy on YouTube called Company Man, and he just gives these 11 to 13 minute videos on basically anything.
You
like
can tell that we're really paying attention to the algorithm because nobody gives a fuck that it's an 11 to 13 minute video, but because we constantly are trying to modify our stuff, 11 to 13 minute and 20-second videos really hits those DVAs. Really hits those DVAs.
No, it really is. Because sometimes there's like stories where he just doesn't go into the whole thing. And it's like, he's always like, yeah, I'll save this for another video. But honestly, if you know, you know, look up Company Man because he has the funniest voice. A lot of times he talks like this. Reebok,
Oh, okay.
it was one of their biggest purchases of the new era.
Okay, this is the thing that you're doing though. He's doing that. That is a thing that people do.
It's
It
a
is
thing.
that people do.
It
Maybe we
ma-
should start doing it. Should we do a whole episode that's like in the voice of a person that is trying to do a voice that makes people watch for longer?
Yeah, no,
At
totally.
the end of this video, I will put Mentos and Diet Coke in my rectum and spray it into somebody's vagina.
And
You
next,
should watch the whole thing from beginning to end, or I will harm your children. Like the lengths they go to. I always go back to the video of the guy trying to throw Mentos into a Diet Coke or whatever it is.
inside his wife's
Yeah,
ass or
well,
whatever it
it's
was?
like it's underneath
that's
her
right,
dress.
That's right.
She's
that's right,
in
that's
a
right.
cupboard for 22 minutes
right.
looking for flour, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just can't find that flour, and this guy's just throwing Mentos.
That's right. That's right. Management did not report the accusations. Sheriff Salazar said Monday that the victim allegedly reported the incident to Sonic management, but they just moved De La Cruz to a different location. They literally took the Catholic Church
They
approach.
took the Catholic Church.
They were like, "Listen, let's
De La Cruz.
let's not get crazy here."
De La Cruz
This
is
guy-
the manager at Sonic.
This guy whips out Master Blast like nobody's business. I mean, let's not be stark.
Quick question. Can you handle the 11 a.m. rush without him? I think the
Okay.
answer is no.
Okay, one of you is getting moved, so
He's getting moved.
you decide. Salazar said at the time that he wasn't aware of any previous reports to law enforcement regarding this incident. That's the sheriff. Investigators were reportedly still talking with management to determine what really happened. The investigators were eventually made aware of the incident because the victim told a high school advisor, who then brought it to the sheriff's office. So,
God, when it's coming from a high school advisor, you got trouble. When it's coming from a high school advisor, you got trouble.
oh my gosh. All right, folks. Well, we are getting so close here. We want to send you with one thing. Tyler is going to shock me. I don't want to be shocked, but I'm not wearing the collar for no reason. So, get me good, get me right.
Wait, so and just to clarify here, John, we are at 1 hour 8 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that was a
Wait, is it 1 hour? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hour 8:35.
wow. That was
That was
a
quick.
great brew.
That was quick.
This was
That
a great quick brew.
Okay, wait, let me just make sure that you're not going to fuck with me here. Okay. You're not going to fuck with me.
Okay, so here we go.
Wait, drum roll.
It's not on.
Wait, okay, well, make sure the beep or buzz me. Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Wait, did that not work?
No.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
This is mental torment!
Oh, did that not work?
No!
Okay. 3. This is the real one. 3,
you.
2, 1.
Ah! Jesus. It really does get you, folks. It really
is awful.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. You're a brave man.
God damn.
We love you
We
guys
love you
so
guys.
much.
We're a band that's also a game show. Happens to have a podcast.
We're going Brotherwife live in about 3
my
weeks
God.
here. It's
The
4 weeks. Yeah, it's going to be an
Yeah, the
absolute
29th
blast.
of
Tell your
December.
friends, tell your grandma, tell your mom.
It's happening, baby. Tune in. Schedule yourself a reminder.
I just really hurt my throat.
Oh, you're gonna be okay.
It's gonna be